No, but are
Um,
you
I mean,
Orthodox?
I'm a catechumen, so it's like me taking classes to become baptized.
You're associated with it, correct?
Yeah, yes, yes.
Okay, so when you
Especially,
go and you see the, I'm assuming the term is priest, the officiating the service,
you can say
correct?
priest or father. It's
Okay,
what Abe
you see
Jacobs would say. Pastor would still be the same
the
thing.
yeah, you see the father, the priest, whatever term you want, you're most comfortable with, because I'm not actually familiar with Orthodoxy
You can
to
say
that level.
father. That's fine.
Okay,
I'll take that.
you see the father. That's, they do what they're doing at the ritual. They're wearing certain things. They have like a uniform or outfit, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so in this situation, if you were to, from that, go to a random non-denominational Presbyterian and the guy's wearing flip-flops and like short shorts that his underwear is almost sticking out and like a wife beater t-shirt. And would that person to you seem to exude authority or the position that a father should hold within a congregation?
I would say that. Well, are you talking about to me or for me to be respectful and say to them?
Well, just in your heart of hearts, like seeing it, that it's like might seem a bit of a joke, or it's just like he's not like being the kind of the gravity of him being in the position of being a father to a flock, that it might seem kind of ridiculous or seem silly, or like you would wish you were instead back at your home church. Like, would you say that any of that is true to some extent?
Yes, it could be true. Yeah.
So if you want to cut to the heart of it, there are some aspects where people think that Andrew Wilson should be, as a father, wearing the robes and all of that, but instead they see him in flip flops and shorts and wife beater. And they're like, "Hey, if you're in that position, I'm not really comfortable with it. I can't say why, so I'm just going to try and criticize you in real passive aggressive ways that are basically tone policing." But there's still it doesn't seem the way it is due to the cognitive dissonance for whatever reason or why. And
Those are
I'm
the
just
people
trying
that
to.
you're not going to get to anyways. You're
Oh,
not
I
going to get.
understand.
Yeah.
I'm cognizant of that, and I'm just trying to
Yeah.
figure out if there's a way, because those people, if they got past themselves, really would agree with you. Like, is there any way to build bridges with that, or changing it so that at least you're wearing like really expensive flip flops, or like whatever that you're still wearing flip flops, but you just change in strategic ways to like try
Can
and
I give
have
you a
it
good
where,
example?
sure,
I want to clarify. I'm really good at cutting to the chase and through the
good,
BS, everything. Let's say I go to the beach. I'm a world class bodybuilder and I take my shirt off. The guy next to me sulks and he's like, "Oh, I'm a fat ass. I need to lose weight." This guy is feeling shame. We can call this static societal shame because I'm not doing anything. I'm not vocalizing shame to him, but he's feeling shame from a static perspective,
and it's
right?
not
I
your
can't
fault that
change
he's
that.
feeling shame.
And it's not my fault because of my
Yeah.
existence and my appearance, should I say. Now, granted,
Him
he's
being
not going
inadequate
to,
is not your fault.
it's not my fault. Same thing with the priest. So this guy feels shame, and I notice that he sulks. My woman next to me or wife next to me says, "Oh God, is maybe her attraction is built because of the social status implications of this." So I'll cut to the chase. This guy, next thing you know, nothing like, let's say I don't change. Like, there's not a thing I could say. Get on a diet, eat carrots, put the pie away. Everything. There's nothing I could say. There's a populace that we're agreeing to the cognitive dissonance. Now, later on in his life, let's say 4 years down the line, this guy's a heart attack, recovers and says, "Oh crap, I really need to change my ways." Then he thinks back to the beach and says, "Wait, hold on. I saw this guy. All right, I really need to change because I remember the shame that I felt when I met this guy. I really need to go ahead and do a
And he
turnaround."
looks you up on YouTube. He tells you about his journey and all those
And
things.
then sometime there's a turnaround where we see the error of our ways for following things that were false.